Military chief takes control in Fiji after deadly rampage by George Spate's men. Still no apology or treaty from Prime Minister, despite yesterday's big march. And deadly bite to Eastern Australia's big freeze.
From National 9 News, this is Nightline with Jim Waley.
Good evening. There were sudden and dramatic developments in Fiji's political crisis tonight. The chief of the country's armed forces declared martial law and assumed command of a military government. Commodore Frank Bainimarama suspended the power of President Ratu Sirkamasisi Mara, who has now voluntarily stood down from office for a month. The move by the military followed last night's rampage through the streets of the capital Suva by supporters of coup leader George Spate. Earlier today, Spate threatened to execute Ratu Mara's daughter, a minister in the deposed government, if the army attempted to storm the parliamentary compound. Simon Boda in Suva has the latest. After the break, America's bad sports, increasingly accused of the most violent crimes, and brewers go into battle with the government over the hidden GST slug on beer.
July 1, your glass of draft beer will increase by up to 8%. I'd let the government get away with it. Shout.
An elderly Melbourne couple is spending tonight in a hostel after being evicted from their home of 25 years for being unable to pay outstanding legal fees. Thomas and Faye Lynn found they'd accumulated $200,000 in legal bills, trying to recover $30,000 they'd entrusted to an accountant to invest. Mr. Flynn is 82 years old, Mrs. Flynn 73. They've appealed to Victoria's Attorney General to reopen their case, claiming they've been victimised. In a moment, the latest sport, including Jelena Dokic at the French Open, changes for Queensland for the final Rugby League State of Origin, the woes continue for St Kilda, and a war of attrition on the track in the Italian Grand Prix. To sport, and in Rugby League, Queensland has wielded the axe ahead of next week's third State of Origin match. Desperate to avoid a 3-0 series whitewash, the Maroons have made 4 changes to their side. And still to come on Nightline, the finance and the national weather. In finance news, the Australian share market closed more than 1% higher. The All Ords finished 31.5 points up. In Tokyo, the Nikkei was up 237 points. No trading in London tonight, where it's a public holiday. Gold is fetching just over $273 an ounce. And in European trading tonight, the Australian dollar is buying 57.34 US cents, 61.8 euro cents, 61.5 yen, and 38.5p. The national weather and the cold snap continues across much of southeastern Australia with an intense low bringing strong winds and icy conditions. A high in the Bight is influencing much of central and western Australia, while another cold front is approaching the southwest. The forecast, windy but fine for Darwin, cool and sunny in Brisbane, fine but cold for Sydney, showers and possible snow in Canberra, showers and windy for Melbourne and Hobart, showers in Adelaide, and for Perth, showers with cloud increasing tomorrow. And that's the news this Monday night from all of us here at Nightline. Good night.